Oh, welcome in everyone to Fantasy Farm Sports. It is wild card weekend, and we've got our resident Pittsburgh Steelers fan with us, Christian Carlson. Christian, how you feeling, baby?
Feeling like I need a win Monday.
You do need a win on Monday. I mean, it's been a while for Steelers Nation, but
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers has us imploring to relax and believe. Can we do that? Can we trust in Aaron Rodgers?
I can believe. I don't know if I can relax though.
You're high energy, really geared up. I've seen you at some Steelers events. You embody the excitement of the whole fan base, though, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what sets AFC North and just kind of cold football weather opponents far from other people is. It's some people have their sports and like the Steelers Nation, all we have is football up there. So that's what it kind of is to me.
Yeah. I mean, and there was, the Steelers are regional beasts, right? Up there, Aliquippa, Pittsburgh, in the Iron City, right? That is exactly what you said. It's exactly what they have. It's what they hold as a fan base. It's near and dear. Yeah. It's near and dear. There was a movie in the 80s, All the Right Moves. Tom Cruise was the leader in the acting corps there, and it was about a town just outside of Pittsburgh. So they've been everywhere. So you need a win. Definitely. Badly. Hopefully.
Yeah, we still gotta get through a couple of days of games too. It's like, man.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. And that's why we're here. We got a couple games on today. It's wild card Saturday. You got our first game. You got kicking off at 4:30. So we got about an hour. We're trying to give fans their best bets and kind of chat about the game a little bit. Our first game's Rams Panthers.
Man, people. So the funny thing is, until this morning when I checked the weather forecast, I was like, oh, this is going to be a cakewalk. This is the biggest non-contest of the entire wild card weekend. But then all of a sudden it's going to be a slop fest. It's going to be a mud bowl. And looking over at that last game that the Panthers just have, the Bucs, they're already used to this versus the LA Rams. They're used to playing in the world's nicest football stadium. So it's like, oh man, that's going to be very hard money line, very hard bet there.
It is a pretty team. They don't like those cleats getting sloppy. By the way, quarterback, we love him. I love Matt Stafford, but let's not pretend like he's a spring chicken.
Nope.
And he could sit there and talk about how much he loves football. And, man, you don't like being driven into the mud when you're older. You're a young guy. I'm an older guy. You probably get up for those Turkey Bowl games still. I can't. I'm sleeping. I'm older. I can admit it. But you get geared up.
Yeah. Dude, it's going to be a game, and watching stuff like this I still think the Rams can win this, but there's still something in my being that's like, you better hold off, because pound for pound, the running back game is going to be, I think, on the side of Carolina, and Carolina this game in Carolina is going to be a run game, like, especially if it's going to be raining the whole time. Like, I've been in a couple state championship football games where the team was really good pass game, but they lost because it was raining so much here in Florida. Like, so.
Well, and that's what they got. And that's that. We'll come to our first prediction. So my first prediction of this game is, I believe at some point in this game, because of the thunderstorms, there's going to be a stoppage. I can feel it. We get to the playoffs. Weird stuff happens. Lights go out in stadiums for whatever reason. They couldn't figure that out in a Super Bowl. But things happen. And when things happen, it gives other teams time to regroup, maybe figure out what's going on. You mentioned the run game. The Panthers ran for 164 yards their first time playing against the Rams at home. I mean, How does that change?
And where was the first meetup at?
It was Carolina. It was home. I think it was a 13.5 point spread. and everyone lost their houses that weekend. I watched them. Thumbs out, cardboard signs. They were homeless, baby.
Oh, so I didn't look at it, but what's the injury report look like for both teams?
I believe everyone's healthy. The Rams are a little dinged up on defense, but everyone's a go.
It's nothing that's going to be a big game changer.
Devonta Adams is a huge question mark. They're not sure about him. And, that's your easy touchdown play. The books are showing that he will be playing. So he
will be playing today. I've seen that.
And he's the top touchdown prop. So I do believe that he'll be playing. And if Devonta Adams is on the field, bet him to get a touchdown. That's, I don't know how else to make you guys easy money. He's played in 15 or 16 games this season. He's got 14 touchdowns.
Devonta Adams.
You want me to tell you?
To me, what Devonta Adams is, he is what Stafford had in the Super Bowl with against the Bengals. He is for sure. He wants to throw it end zone hands. Puka Nacua is going to be your yak, your yards after catch, your go get him up and go get him down the field yards guy. And when he's in the end zone, Stafford's either going to be going to Devonta Adams or one of his tight ends. That's how I think that's going to go.
Yeah, and the Panthers have to control the time possession because I just think they're a good football team, but let's not dismiss how young they are.
Yep.
Right. You have Bryce Young. Young is in his name, right? So you got Bryce Young. Ted McMillan's gonna be. I didn't mean to do that. Sometimes it happens. Ted McMillan. He's a 6'4" monster. That Coker kid has come on. So they found out that Bryce Young does well throwing to height. Those guys are both tall guys. And here's the challenge for the Rams. And I think you might be able to lock those guys up early, but it seems as though Carolina wears on you over the game. And while they wear on you, they start to get a yard here. 30-yard catch. 40. It's all I read. All of a sudden, late in Carolina Panthers games, they're getting 30, 40-yard catches. It's impossible to slow those guys down the whole time. And I just think, man, this 10.5, I think the Rams win. This is clearly a revenge game. Stafford can't feel good about the last time he was in Carolina with his 3 turnovers.
Yeah. Plus, he's already I think he's going to bounce back. I know it wasn't the last game they played, but he also had a pretty terrible game against the Falcons. Like if there was any reason why he might not be in the lead for the MVP, it'd be how he played against the Falcons late in the season. 3 interceptions. But
he's been playing down to competition. It feels like he gets bored.
Yeah.
They were winning this game. I think they were beating Carolina 14-3, and you're like, oh, great. Guys, we'll get to 40, and then, they're giving us lunch at halftime. That's cool, and then we'll score another 20 points, and then we'll beat them 60-15. Sound good? All right. That's how it felt, and then all of a sudden on a dime, he threw an interception and never really turned around from it.
Yeah, and that's identical to Falcons. I would agree with that assessment.
But to me, as bored as he was the first time, I think the boredom's gone, right? You're in the playoffs now. You have to deal with this team again. And I'm sure that this team is very confident, right? The Panthers, he's mad. He's older. We turned the ball over a couple times down the first time, and that ball is going to fly right past the ear hole, and that's it. That's it. I can see the Panthers scoring 28. I can see them scoring 28, but I can also see the Rams dropping 40
in this game.
Yeah,
in a slush bowl.
How long will it matter?
Yes, if the predictions of what I see, like where the field's going to be just a slip and slide, unless the Rams and the Panthers are able to get a deep threat going down with the ball, with the run game or with the pass game. The run game that seems like too high of a game for me to be. I think we're going to be talking, like, for my score prediction, I got at the highest, I'd have the Panthers getting 17 and the Rams getting 24, maybe 28.
Yeah, I mean, that could be true too. And we talked about before the
That's
game.
on the high end.
We talked about that we like Hubbard and we like Rico Dowdle running backs better. But
Yes.
now that the wheels are turning in a slot fest, don't you want the guys that are slipperier, tougher to tackle? Just kind of.
It's who can ever keep their footing.
I think that would probably be Corum and Williams. Kyron Williams is slippery, and so is Blake Corum. I just kind of believe that those two guys together, you're going to be grabbing jerseys all day, and they're going to find 3 to 6 yards.
So slippery. When I think of these guys, they have a lot of their kind of run game. There's a lot of foot placement when you're running through gaps and through holes, and when you try to do these back jump cuts and trying to get from the A gap, trying to spy over go over to the C gap. That's where you kind of slip and fall. I was watching the national championship game last night, and this dude was, forget his name from Miami, but he keeps slipping and falling trying to do that. So I think just a regular old Jim Brown, smash him in the hole kind of guy might stay on their feet a little bit better.
Jim Brown. So, all right, so that's good. We've got a little bit of time before the game. We'll try to get some of that old Jim Brown black and white tape. and we'll get the projectors going. And no, I'm sure there's some video of some Jim Brown and Earl Campbell on YouTube here for us. All right, so do we think the spread's too much?
I do.
10 and a half.
I do. I think that's high for the weather conditions coming in.
Here's what I would do, and here's how I'll be betting it. I'm gonna wait for, and I got a feeling, right? I'm James Brown today, baby. I got a feeling. I think the Panthers score first.
That's not stupid. That's not stupid.
I think the Panthers score first, and all of a sudden that minus 650 Rams line comes down, gets cut in half, right at the knees. That's where you take the Rams.
Yeah.
There'll be nervousness. The bettors will start, running back and trying to double down. I think that's where you take the Rams. The Rams minus 650 right now, which is your money line, is too rich. It's way too rich.
I agree.
And the 10 and a half, I'm not laying 10 and a half against the home team. By the way, it's never happened. How about that? It's never happened. The Panthers are the largest home dogs ever. It's never happened in the NFL.
I should have led with that. I did not know that.
I mean, that's interesting, right? Just sit at home all week. I mean, all you have to do is put the newspaper up on every wall. There you go, guys. Oh, look they think you're going to lose by 2 touchdowns. You're barely professionals. Slap that one up there. I mean, I'd be furious. I think the Rams are going to win this game, but I don't know how the Panthers are just going to sit there and not want to kill somebody. I don't. The Panthers won the first time, 31-28. It was due to Stafford's boredom. I don't know. He had 2 interceptions and a fumble. I don't know what you want to call that at some.
What time of the year was that game? Like, was that an early game?
It wasn't. It was like week 13, week 14 in that window.
Oh, I was gonna see if it was like maybe something was back, but that's already that was gone by then.
Well, and the back is a little interesting too. When you get this weather, thunderstorms, rain, I'll tell you how old guys, right? We don't even, my knees and my hips in the morning, if there's just a little chill or, I mean, if there's rain coming from 100 miles away, my body knows it. I don't know how the body learns rain, but it does. And when it does not react the same way. You're a young man. You don't understand how rain, I mean, old people get dialed into rain. Oh, it's my bones. There must be rain coming. And guess what? They're right. They're a walking rain meter. And that's what I've become as I've crested over the age of 35, man. I know when sprinkles are coming. I'm fantastic at it.
Man, I didn't know I came onto the show for a meteorology report, man. That's pretty crazy.
Well, I'm telling you, these bones, man, they start talking. And I'm the first one that leaves the picnic early because I know rain is on the way.
Man, you ate all the food already.
I have. I'm full and I'm sleeping in the car. I wake up. How did I get here? And by the way, everyone's knocking on the window because it's raining. I knew it. All right, so we'll take. I'll take the Rams on the money line after the Panthers' first touchdown. That's how I'm feeling.
That's a good assessment. I think the Rams come out strong, they're going to be pulling punches fast because they're such a low underdog that they're going to come out and try to set a tone early.
How much cocaine do you think McVay's going to do before the game too?
It's going to be all over his McFace.
Oh my God, dude. That guy comes out and you're like, did you rob a country of all their coffee?
Yeah. What's the coach for the Texans name again?
The Panthers? Dave Canales.
No, Texans.
I forget. I can't really. He's going to be wired.
He's going to be stealing his stash.
That dude is going to be wired. That's Monday night. That's who the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be playing. Monday night, Houston. All right, so that's going to be our bets. We'll take the Rams on the money line if we can get some juice. Please wait. Just wait. You don't have to do anything. You could sit, you could watch the players come out, listen to the national anthem, and then watch the ball get kicked in the air. You're not forced to press any buttons. Just wait. Wait for something to happen and then get on it and then make a decision. I think the Panthers will look a lot better. They need to control the clock, and they know it. Sloppy home field should give them.
They got to control the clock. They got to keep time of possession. The Rams are going to try to get a couple good scores up and then just wind this game down.
So don't panic.
Yeah, Bryce Young has been able to actually withstand a couple of clutch games this year. So he hasn't had it to this multitude, but we'll see. I do want him to be good because Alabama kind of has a narrative of just being a skills-based team, and the quarterback play just kind of gets pulled along. But now we got Bryce Young and then a little bit of Mac Jones. Like, I know Greg on here loves the 49ers. He loves Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's looking good, but Mac Jones has got a job somewhere else next year.
Dude, like, I would take Mac Jones first of all, let's keep Mac Jones in division.
Mac Jones can come have a battle with Will Howard next year, man.
Is that what you want?
Big Mac Jones, baby.
Would you take Mac Jones over Aaron Rodgers coming back?
Oh gosh, I'm going to say that's at least interesting.
Okay.
If he wins me our first playoff game in 10 years, I'm singing his tune.
I would love to see Mac Jones in Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, be paired up with some good young wide receivers.
And the one thing Mac Jones does that we know, right, that we know for sure, is that he finds a guy and feeds him. He did it in Jacksonville with Brian Thomas, right? And then he came to San Francisco and he went, okay, well, let's find some matchups. I'll exploit them over here. And just when they think I'm going to throw over there again, I'll go over here. He's not the prettiest guy to watch, but he got himself in trouble in New England when he decided he wanted to play like Josh Allen. Terrible.
He's tough as nails. He's tough as nails, but yeah, he's just not that kind of guy.
And you don't have to be. No one's making you. I know you want to make all the pretty plays. How about you pretty please win? That's all we want you to do. Right? Al Davis wanted to win. You want to win. There's a lot of common with the Raiders and Steelers right now.
This league, you get paid by winning. And unfortunately, we could talk about John Harbaugh and look at how he just got canned. It's like they were a really good team, but you lose a certain amount of big games, and all of a sudden now you have a bad season. You lose the Ravens you lose the Steelers, and now you're not looking very good. So if you're winning, you're on top. That's just the way it is. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's cutthroat. And, the thing with me is this, and it's always been a rule with me. Okay, he's fired. Who are you going to hire that's better or different? It's got to be one or the other. You got to have answers.
There's a lot of teams that fall into that too. The first team I think of is the New York Jets.
Right. Who have they hired? That they hire a lot of different guys. Oh boy, the Jets fellows, they are different, but better. Never better, always different. I feel like the Jets in 2 years they'll move on from Aaron Glenn because he can't figure out as a defensive-minded coach how to find an interception. What? He can't find an interception as a defensive coach.
He has a running back at the quarterback position.
More fantastic records are being broken. The Panthers can't get any respect at home, and the Jets can't find a ball that flies in the air more than ever. More than ever. There it is. Just drop it. I mean, and you had Sauce for half the season. So I don't know what we're doing here. Let's move on to our late game because I think it's our most interesting game of the day. We mowed the grass in Carolina long enough to know that it's wet all over us and there's been some rain in it. But now we got to shift to the Packers-Bears. And I feel the Packers-Bears is like, I mean, you don't have to do much. It's Steelers-Ravens. You're up for it.
That, man. So I know we're talking about the weather. So that same rain that's going to be affecting the first game here at the Panthers and the Rams, we're going to be getting a bunch of that snow being pushed into the Windy City in Chicago. So in the same effect, it's going to make a really good game because at this time, both these teams are ready for the snow, ready for the cold. I haven't seen the condition of the field yet, but this game is going to be very interesting to see the least. Caleb Williams keeps coming out talking about, I'm built for these moments. Well, here's his chance. This is his moment. Like, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, you got to have it moments.
Jordan Love, it's like, only thing I've heard about Jordan Love is, he's been off concussion for 2-3 weeks. It's like, that's all we got to say about Jordan Love. It's like, Jordan Love's got to come in and start talking about why he's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league coming in. It's like, I need to come out and win this and get the Packers back on top of the talk of the Kings of the North of the NFC.
So I heard a rumor, and I have to at least blurt it out there and get it out there. I heard a rumor the other day that there are two teams that could be interested in the services of Harbaugh that have coaches currently. Those teams are the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And you can call me crazy, and you can call me worse things. But that's the rumor. That's what I'm hearing inside of circles. So if Green Bay can't get it done marching into Soldier Field, do the chirpings get louder with LaFleur? I don't think they should be. I think he's a fantastic coach. I think he's done very well with Jordan Love. But are we getting there?
Man,
I have to bring it up because
Harbaugh with any team is very. He is what you he is like the definition of a coach you need to have brought in if you want to rebuild. And if he has to come in and not deal with that, like first thing I think of is if he goes to the Eagles, that's Sirianni's kind of a joke to me.
Yeah, can't.
He comes in, you come in with like strict leadership with an Eagles team, like that's just going to be kind of crazy. Another interesting thing I think of is I wonder how he would affect Jalen Hurts because this would attest to see how well he did with Lamar Jackson.
Okay,
Jalen Hurts has got some. He's got a Super Bowl, but it's like we have a lot of talks about is he good or is the tush push good?
I feel like he'd be a better librarian than he would be a football player. He just, to me, no, he makes me be quiet. That I feel like that's how the plays are being called in the huddle. He's not demonstrative. He's very sleepy. I don't know. I can't. I'm sure he loves football, right? I've seen the muscles. I've seen the plays. I know he loves the game. But to me, for my money, I mean, he doesn't get me out of bed in the morning.
No.
So the Packers Bears. The Bears are getting 1.5. That's the current line. It's been moving. It's been fluctuating throughout the week. The Packers won the first game 28-21. The Bears won the second 22-18 in overtime. So a little bit to know, right? The Bears getting 1.5. That spread being at 1.5 to me screams that we're going to be looking at a game much like the second one. Has to.
No, yeah, I agree.
It has to. And so a spread like that screams 1.5. always. I know you're not the largest bettor, but to put some scratch on this, you have to be sitting in Chicago. I mean, this is what we should have really led with. Did you guys know that both home teams are underdogs today? How about that? Both home teams can't get respect from anybody. I mean, they're Rodney Dangerfield of their own town. Oh, here we go. I knew it. You pulled the collar a little bit, right? I can't get any respect. The Panthers, 10.5 points, no respect. Bears, they're getting 1.5, no respect. None of these teams that are at home can get any respect for the seasons that they put out there. By the way, we might want to add this in. They're both division winners.
Yep.
So, we just went out. We won the most games. We won our division. And, you're yanking the collar because you can't get any respect. I'm taking the Bears tonight.
So am I.
I'm taking the Bears tonight. And if the Bears, and I'll take them heavy. I will check Caleb Williams' fingernail color before the game. He has a losing. No, this is very important for bettors. Yeah. He has a losing record when they're white. So if they're a different, more colorful, representation of his nail, then I will shove all the chips forward because I feel like he's got a little bit of pizzazz, baby. Like he's ready to go at nighttime. That white, though, and just a little bear paw, it's a losing record. So it's something to note when you're watching and trying to listen to Chris Collinsworth speak later.
Oh my gosh. Circle gets a square with that guy. Man. Yeah, no, I do. I believe the Bears win this. The Packers have just been underwhelming ever since the Micah Parsons injury. I just haven't seen them really do a whole lot. They just kind of spiraled down. Yes, on Thanksgiving, they had a really good game. Jordan Love went off. But, I mean, I get it. I was a Packers fan when I needed the Packers to beat the Ravens on Sunday Night Football, or was it Thursday night? I can't remember at the moment, but they couldn't beat the Ravens without Lamar Jackson. Granted, they didn't have Love, but Jalen Milroe was playing for a new job, and he's going to have one too. So I'm not completely out on the Packers, but I'm very easily going to call the Bears for this win.
Yeah, I think the Bears have been getting stronger as the season's gone on, right?
Ben Johnson's the best thing that's happened to them.
You can see them get stronger as his old team got weaker. I mean, you just saw Detroit, and Dan Campbell was 4 plays away from putting on a helmet. He didn't know how to stop anything besides going, "Give me," he started grabbing a notepad and going through his Applebee's notes. It got really wonky at the end of the season for Detroit, while Chicago started to ascend with everything that Ben Johnson did there. Yeah, I don't get the 1.5. I don't think 2 teams that won their divisions can lose in one day. So again, let's have a good hard look at that Panthers game. I will take the Rams on the money line, and I will gladly take the Bears. Christian, do you have any last words for us before we fly out of here?
Man,
talk about your Steelers. Let's hear a little Steelers.
So this is where everything's going to be Monday night. Greatest experience in sports. Where I'm going to be sitting is undetermined, but I know my mind and my heart will be in the stadium. It's going to be a whole nother ball game for both teams. Both offenses are somewhat mediocre. Texans have the best defense in the league. When Pittsburgh's playing correctly, our defense is the top 5. So our game is going to come down to to Aaron Rodgers versus Derek Stingley in the defense. So if it's going to be one at the line. If we can give Rodgers the time to sit there, dissect, and figure out this defense, we're going to have a good shot at winning this. But if Rodgers is if this just turns into a rematch of what it looked like a couple months ago against Buffalo, it's not going to be a fun game, and I'm going to turn the game off. So,
any score?
Another big guy, DK Metcalf. He's had a pretty lackluster season, but if that guy comes in the way I think, coming in training camp today, not training camp, coming into camp today and yesterday, full pads, full participation, no one else is ready to hit somebody, pissed off. Dude just lost like $500,000.
He did lose a lot of money.
Lost $500,000, needs to come in, make some plays. And last time he was in the playoffs, the Kalen Metcalf came out and had
Not
2
by his real
touchdowns
name.
with 150 yards. Yeah, don't hit me. I like you. I have your jersey on.
Not by his real name. All right, so you got score prediction before you fly out of here?
For my game, I'm going to say I just played this game in Madden last night, actually.
Oh.
So I won what was it? It was 20. I won 24-21. I think it's going to be a 3-point win. Wizard of Oz is going to kick that field goal to send us over.
Really? All right,
Yep.
You heard it here. Pittsburgh Steelers Nation. Christian Carlson has spoken. He thinks 24-21 Monday night.
Need it.
Rodgers moves on and keeps on rolling with Pittsburgh. And we'll talk about them next week. Regardless, we got a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers information. Christian, thanks so much for coming on the show with us. We'll see you again. Go Steelers, baby.
Go Steelers.